My childhood bully has become my coworker, and she's bullying me again.
No!
This is gonna get me sad and mad together.
When I, an 18-year-old woman, was in 5th grade, ages 10 to 11 for any non-Americans, there were these new twins who moved from the other side of the country to join my class. For some reason, these 2 kids did everything they could to make my life miserable. I think it's because I was socially unaware and a bit odd as a child, but I'm not sure. The boy twin was this very big kid who would regularly beat me up, and the girl twin would humiliate and spread rumors about me. Of course, the teachers never did anything about it. Luckily, these 2 went to different middle and high schools, so I wasn't bullied and I had a pleasant time in school after that. Most kids were not happy about going to middle school, but I was excited for them to stop torturing me. However, last month, I got a job at a new grocery store in my neighborhood. However, last week, the girl who bullied me got a job at the same grocery store. At first, I thought, it's been 7 years, she probably changed. But just now, a few coworkers asked me, did you really have sex with the manager so you could get hired here? I shouted at them, no, and asked them where they heard that. And they said, the new girl told us. I don't want to go through this again. I am genuinely considering switching jobs to get away from her. I feel so lost and helpless.
Oh.
What the
That's really fucked up.
Just like first week, it's just like, oh, yeah, I'm back.
Should we go? Yes, you're going to just trust this new person who just started to... the
First week.
Yeah.
You're a slut. You slept with our boss.
That's got to be grounds for, like, reporting as sexual harassment. You're spreading rumors about, like, that's very, very
100%.
damaging.
Yeah.
That sucks.
If here at Smosh, we hired a new employee, and in the first week, they came up to me and said some crazy rumor like that about anyone here, I'd look them dead in the eyes and be like, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
This is your first week, and you're gonna
literally.
ball that hard? All right.
That's crazy.
Give me the ball.
That's crazy. It sucks to be, because, like, I heard, I've been watching Vanderpump Rules, and a character...
And I'm a proud friend.
A character, it's a real person, but character in the show briefly explains, like, the psychology of gossip and how it, like, is to build community. And, like, it's really unfortunate OP is the victim of this, because, like, this sad bully has been trying to use this to get closer to other people their whole life. And it's just, like, a really sad, pathetic thing.
So they haven't seen him in 7 years. First week, month back, already spreading hardcore rumors. Not even starting small. Not even being like, yeah, I saw her, like, kind of, she's been eating some of the groceries.
This actually...
I don't know. Like, what's a small one you could start off with? But just straight off of to she's sleeping with the manager.
That's so
intense.
Did the OP clarify that they're femme?
Yeah, OP is an 18-year-old woman.
And so the male twin was physically attacking her in school?
Yeah, so the boy, she said, would beat her up, and she would spread rumors.
Oh my God, they would go psychological and physical together?
Oh, that's like literal warfare.
They're literally final bosses in Dark Souls.
They flanked her via bullying.
She's dealing with Ornstein and Smaug.
I was literally about to say she's dealing with Ornstein and Smaug. That's crazy sad.
Okay.
No update or anything? Or...
This is a dumb rumor to spread, too, because you have a third party, the manager, who can clarify that it's not happening.
And that manager would take that shit seriously.
Yeah, this actually affects the manager more. It's like, hey, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
that's a pretty big deal.
Okay, this bully does not sound smart. So
yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah, and like for the record, if ever anybody does that to you at work, anything like that related, you can file a report for sexual harassment. Nobody can just talk, because it's happened to me in my career here in like long years past. But it's like I didn't know that I could do that, and like you can.
Yeah, and man, it sucks because getting a job is so hard. But like if you're in a place and you're being mistreated and then HR is not taking it seriously. I would try to, like, in her situation, try to switch jobs, but make sure you can find another job. It sucks, man.
This also brought back, like, such a specific memory to me that I cannot believe this story brought back, which was, I remember at the end of middle school, I had a really toxic friend group, and there was a lot of bullies. And I remember being like, I'm going to go to a school without them. And they won't be there and make my life hell. And I remember the release I felt. I was like an 8th grader.
I can't imagine being someone who ruins other people's lives like that.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't fathom that.
I think when you're little, you don't, like, there's a lot of kids that will bully, and it's because they see stuff.
And she's an adult now.
I know, that's when you're like, my fucking God.
Yeah. 18 is still very young and
I know, but
stupid,
like to be that bad,
Yeah.
like to be consistently that bad, it's just it's so sad. Comments. HR is your friend in these situations. She's making it a hostile work environment. Get a notepad and write down every time with the date and time and what the incident was. Keep a record of it. If you work at a small store with no HR, then go to management, but skip management if you have an HR to go to. I'm almost positive your manager doesn't want the reputation of being a sleaze and making 18-year-olds sleep with him to get hired. If he's a decent person, at least. OP responded, the store doesn't have an HR, but I'll talk to my manager when I see him. Someone else said, I'm going to join all the people saying to talk to your manager. She's telling people that he makes teenagers sleep with him in exchange for work, and that's a massive and appalling accusation. I guarantee he'll care, and she'll be out on her ass, or at least on extremely thin ice, almost immediately. Someone else lastly said, girl, it's time to polish that spine. Go straight to your manager and tell him exactly what just happened. Tell him who came up to you and what they said and who they said told them. You're not that little girl anymore. You are a young woman in the real world, and that has real life consequences to this shit. Your manager will be furious about this, as it could have very serious consequences on his career and his home life. She's fucking with the wrong people now. All this has consequences, and she's about to find out big time. Keep your head held high, honey. Good luck.
Oof, yeah. I look forward to, like, it's wild the things you can get away with in school that you cannot get away with in the real world. And like, talking about Vanderpump Rules, like, even in earlier times, like, in this day and age, there's a lot you can no longer get away with and think is okay and appropriate to do in a workplace.
Yeah.
Or in any, like, adult settings.
Well, and the reality is sometimes people get away with it in, like, a legal or professional sense.
Yeah.
Sadly. But this is what I've noticed throughout my, like, late teens, 20s, and, like, now that I'm in my 30s, is people who are consistently douchebags. You may get away with it in that you may not get in trouble. But at some point, you will realize that nobody's close to you.
Yeah.
And the punishment, it's not like karma, it's just the nature of how, if that's your form of gravity of how you're treating others, you're gonna just push everything away and you're gonna be so alone at some point. And that's what's gonna happen to her if she just treats people this way. You're just, nobody's gonna trust you, naturally. Update.
Okay, please. Hey.
The last few days have been pretty chaotic. First of all, I found out the new girl at my workplace, who was my childhood bully, was spreading another rumor, claiming that my boobs were fake. I took the advice of most of the people in the comments of my post and sent an email to my manager telling him about how she made up a rumor claiming that I slept with him to get hired.
What is this, 2005?
Yeah, wow. Fake boobs at 18, I wish!
Her boobs are fake.
I wish.
If someone new was hired here and they came up to me and said about someone else being like, yeah, their boobs are fake, I'd be like, okay, what? They come up and they're just like, Spencer's butt is fake. It's just
like, yeah, Anthony's hairline, straight from Turkey.
Did you know Ian has fake calves?
Oh my God.
That's actually awesome.
That's real.
I think that's a real thing. Okay, so she tells the manager. He responded saying that this is a very serious issue and that he wants me to come into work tomorrow to get my side of the story because my bully had a shift then. The manager came in looking absolutely furious. My manager spoke with her, me, and a few of my coworkers to see what was going on. After my manager spoke with my bully, I saw her leaving. She came up to me, said, "Fuck you, you tattletale slut," and left. I asked my manager what happened to her at the end of my shift. He said, I spoke with her about the bullshit she was spewing. She tried acting innocent, but everyone I asked said that she was the one who made that shit up. She's fired. We don't have to worry about her anymore. I was kind of hoping that she would throw a temper tantrum, but that didn't happen. I finally stood up to her, thanks to the advice and words of support from Reddit. I'm pretty sure my past self, the little girl who had her backpack stuffed in a shit-filled toilet on her 11th birthday, would be so proud of me.
Oh.
That's... You can't be a tattletale if you're making up rumors about the person who's the tattletale.
No, and that's
not how that works even.
That's going to be this girl's whole life, is even if she does end up very alone one day, I think it'll be tough because she has a twin, but like, she's not going to look inward. Like, there's people that no matter how bad things get, they're still going to blame everybody else. So it's like, no, it's not about the fact that she started rumors.
On her 5th job, she's going to be like, I got fired again because people suck.
Yeah.
No, you spread rumors.
Literally. Also, this girl is like, it's like she's living in Gossip Girl or something.
I know, like, slut. I'm like, whoa, I wear that as a badge on my chest. Hello?
I'm like, your boobs are fake? Who's your doctor?
Like, yeah. Like, let me know.
Drop the
Good price.
surgeon.
You work
I'm
at a grocery
kidding.
store and you got a boob job? Must have been an incredible price.
Yeah.
Oh.
What
Well,
the fuck?
That's crazy.